Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. I kind of want to flip this thing around the other direction. Okay. So North Carolina has climbed into the consensus as a top three kind of a team in America, right? In large part because right now they rank as one of the top five defenses in America. T.O., are you buying this whole North Carolina is now an elite defense narrative? Are you in on this? Because I see the numbers and then I look at a backcourt that has two guards that are 6 foot.
You know what? I was shocked that I'm thinking that, yeah, they are, because Elliot Cadeau and RJ Davis both want to defend. And if you have guys that want to defend and they're really good at one thing, and for those two little guards, it's getting up underneath you and keeping you off balance. And then you have guys behind those two that are very willing to communicate and be a part of that. Like I'm a believer in North Carolina's defense just because they battled through ball screens as well as I've seen when they played Wake Forest, and they beat the brakes off of Wake. So it's like the Baycott's tough. He's physical. He's not like this guy who's going to crawl the backboards and block shots. He meets you earlier on help to where you're not just going to have to finish over him. You're going to have to finish through him because he's going to meet you with his body. And then Harrison Ingram and Cormac Ryan, Cormac Ryan's a fine defender. He's got good length. He's not the fastest guy laterally, but he talks. He's aware. He knows where he's going to be at. He understands the scout. I'm a buyer, maybe not as a number 4 defense in the country from an efficiency perspective, but I'm a buyer in that they can give you problems because they can really guard the basketball. And nobody posts up anymore. So the size thing, I'm not necessarily all that worried about. I'm more worried with size on the offensive end of the floor typically than defense in college because nobody posts up. You can find ways to, mask your deficiencies defensively if you're small in college because you can get up underneath the ball and cause turnovers. In the NBA, you can forget it. You're just not going to. That's the big thing there. Offensively, I'm not worried about him. Defensively, I'm less worried about him than people think just because of that size. But I think I'm not worried. I think they're very good defensively. I think they can make it to the Final Four.
I trust North Carolina more than I trust Purdue to make the Final Four.
So that's 3 teams this podcast that I've picked the Final Four team. So
you only have one left.
Yeah.
You have one left, and it's contractually obligated that it comes from the Mountain West. So you got to come up with a team there that fits the bill.
Oh, we talked about this on the Mountain West Insider last week, right?
Yeah.
T.O. thinks there's 4 teams that can make a second weekend. And you know who he's big on? Kentucky Light, New Mexico.
Was that before? Yeah. Well, hey, welcome to the party. Where you been? Where you been? Richard Pitino told me to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
That wasn't just.
Dude, he's so funny when he talks about his own guys. He loves his guys. But we were talking about one particular player. He's like, yeah, but team we played sucked. Every time, I was asking about something good. He's like, yeah, but the team we played sucked.
Well,
it was just.
It's so refreshing to hear his to talk to a coach that doesn't take everything so seriously and just kind of understands hey, this is sports. It's supposed to be fun. We can have fun talking about it, right?
Yeah, and it's almost like when certain coaches are like this, at least in my travelings around the sport, when you've seen the worst, you just sort of stop giving a you know what. You just kind of you become very comfortable in your own skin. And so for Richard, when things go to total crap at Minnesota, it's almost like when you've seen the bottom fall out there, when you get your next opportunity, you've learned from it, but you learn you're not going to try to be somebody you're not. But going back to North Carolina, okay, I trust them more than Purdue to make the Final Four. I really do. And I say that because I just look at their last game. They ran Wake Forest off the floor, and Baycott was basically a non-factor. He was a non-factor in the game. Offensively, defensively, he was great. But offensively, he made 2 shots the entire night. Had 4 fouls, and it wasn't even remotely close. They cleaned up in the transfer portal. And Hubert deserves an immense amount of credit for that. So I'm impressed. And here's why I trust him more, Rob. Because RJ Davis and Armando Baycott have shown me they could do it before. And I think the pieces fit really well with this team. Harrison Ingram, fits in quite well. Elliot Cadeau has continued to get better and better. Cormac Ryan, he's been complimented by his teammates. You knew this team was going to be good when in the preseason, Baycott was making it a point to talk about the new guys on the team. They're meshing. They're meshing.
And there's leadership there. It feels like they have all kind of realized. Goodman makes this point all this time, and I'm loath to say good things about Jeff, but there's a bunch of guys on that team that have been losers previously, right? I'm doing air. You can't see me. Losers previously, right? That have not won, and I think that they kind of all came together and were like, "Look, you know what? We have one more shot at this. I don't care about my stats. Armando Baycott doesn't care about being an All-American. He wants to have a chance to win. Like, he wants to leave a legacy." So when you have guys that are bought in like that, it all makes a lot of sense. As you guys know by now, we've partnered with BetMGM this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we'll have special offers for the listeners and the viewers of the Field of 68 each and every week of the college basketball season. We have a special offer that will be available starting on Tuesday, January 9th and running through Monday, February 12th, the morning after Super Bowl 58. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, in honor of the big game, you can use the bonus code FIELD158 and you'll get $158 in free bets on your first wager with BetMGM, regardless of whether or not you win that first bet. Here's how you make it work. Download the BetMGM app. Sign up using the bonus code FIELD158. Deposit at least $5 and place your first wager on any game. You'll receive $158 in bonus bets regardless of the outcome of your bet. Just make sure that you use that bonus code FIELD158 when you sign up. And remember, BetMGM is now available under one wallet in select states. As a New Jersey resident, this is super convenient when I have to go cover games in New York or Philly, which happens quite a bit. When you cross state borders, you just log into your existing account and fire away. You don't have to create separate accounts in each state. It's easy, it's simple, it's clean. And most importantly, we have some fun stuff coming up for the heart of the college basketball season. Bet insurance tokens, college hoops odd boosts, and my favorite, a nice juicy parlay boost. So download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Field 158. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field 68 content.